Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for SAT. We have been solving SAT math problems out of this book here, the official SAT study guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 583. Please turn to it, page 583. Today is our lesson number 47. Let's take a look at it. We're given some sort of box here. It says in the picture above shows the top view of an open square box that is divided into 6 compartments with walls of equal height. Oh, all right. Each of the compartment D, E, A, B, each of the compartment D, E, F has twice the area of each of the equal squares of A, B, C. All right. A, B, C, and D, E, F. We are told that these small squares here have half the area of these rectangles that we see, or the rectangle D, E, F. Not only they are all of the equal area, but these areas are twice the area of the small squares A, B, C. All right. When a marble is dropped into a box at random, it falls into one of the compartments. What are the odds that it will fall into compartment F? All right. Well, tell you what. Since we know that the area of the small square here, half of that one, let's plug in some numbers. Let's pretend that the area of this guy is 1. In which case the area of this guy is going to be 2, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Okay? If the area of the small square is 1, then the area of this rectangle is going to be 2. And if the area of this rectangle D is 2, then so is E and F. And if this is A, and so is this and this. In other words, the area of the entire thing is 9. The area of this entire box is 9. And if I were to drop a marble from the top, just get to the top there and just drop it at random, the odds that it will fall in F is the area of this box here, which is 2, out of a total area of 9. That's it. The odds are 2/9. The odd that it will fall in F is 2/9. What are the odds that it will fall in B? Well, it's 1/9. What are the odds that it will fall, a marble thrown at random will fall in A? Well, it's 1/9 again. What are the odds that it will fall in A, B, or C and not D, E, or F? Is 3 out of 9, 1/3. There is 2/3 chance it's going to fall in D, E, or F. D, E, or F, not and. Obviously, it can't fall in 2 places. Do you understand? That's all. That's it. We're done. Number 8. If A and B are odd integers, which of the following must also be odd integer? The key word, the most important word here is must. It has to be true all the time. In other words, they're giving us 3 statements. All 3 of those statements may be true, but there is only one that has to be true all the time. Well, not only one, but we are to identify those statements that have to be true at all times, not just sometimes. Well, let's find out. So the first statement tells us that A plus 1 times B. And we are told that A and B are odd integers. A and B are odd integers. So why not plug in some numbers to keep our life easy? Just plug in some simple numbers and see what happens. Let's plug in 3 and 5. Not that they need to be 3 and 5. They could have been 3 and 15, or 15 and 3, or -3 and -47. Just keep your life simple. 3 and 5 is good enough. What I'm trying to make you understand is that they don't have to be consecutive odd integers. I just put them in because it's easy. So let's see what this tells us. So A plus 1 would be 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. And of course, if this is even number, if this is even if this one is odd, which it is, even times odd is going to be even. 4 times 5 is 20, which is even. And the question is saying which of the following must be odd. Well, it's definitely not statement 1. It turned out to be even. These are what I call 1, 2, 3 problems. There are 3 statements here. Most people have a tendency to solve all of these 3 statements together, find the right combination, and then look at the answer choices. Don't do that. Do one statement at a time and kill the impossible answers first. Many a times you will see that it will keep your work more systematic. So let's look at the answer choices here. A, B, C, D, and E. So now we know that the first statement is false, which means any answer choice that contains no more removal 1 cannot be right answer. What can we cross out? We can kill A, we can kill D. Let's look at second statement. Second statement says A plus B, A plus 1 plus B. A plus 1 again is going to be 4. 4 plus B is 9. 4 plus B is 9, which means the correct answer, that one does work. The correct answer must contain Roman numeral 2 in it. Anything that does not have Roman numeral 2 in it cannot be right answer. It has to have 2 in it. Is there any answer choice that doesn't have 2 in it? Roman numeral 2. C does not have 2 in it. Notice how I cross it out. I cross it out like this, not like that, to signify the fact that letter C was crossed out for a different reason than letter A and B were. They have the same symbol here that tells me that A and D were crossed out for the same reason, which is different from the reason we just crossed out C. The contest now is that the contenders are B and E. Let's see what happens. Let's do one more time. A plus B minus B. Rather A plus 1. Why do I keep writing B? I do not know. Again, A plus B is going to be 4 minus 5, which is a negative 1, which is an odd integer. Which is an odd integer, which means it must contain 3 in it. It must contain 3 in it, and B says 2 only. It cannot be B. It cannot be B. Answer is E. Answer is E. And that's it. That's how you do it. Number 9. It wasn't a big deal, it's just a medium question, it's not a big deal. But still. Number 9. Shall we? We are moving up in the scale a little bit because there are 20 problems in the sections and now we are approaching halfway mark. You understand? Why do we bring it to our attention? To remind ourselves that it's time to slow down a little bit. Okay, don't go too fast. You're going to end up making mistakes as you approach the hard questions. Slow down. It's just a lot of the times, a lot of the kids I've seen who end up doing just the opposite. They spend so much time getting stuck at the easy questions, and then when they get towards the end, they are in such a big rush to finish the section, they begin to go fast. Hard problems are not the ones that you want to go fast at. Hard problems are one where you want to take your time. Do you understand? Now, that is not to suggest that you should go very fast at the speed of light on the easy questions either. You have to find a fine balance. You understand? Number 9. A decimal number above consists of ones and zeros to the right of the decimal point. Alright, I can see that. The first one is followed by 1 0. Okay. The second one is followed by 2 zeros. Alright. The third one is followed by 3 zeros. Oh, this plot is really thickening. What is the total number of zeros between 98th and 101st one in this decimal number? Well, here's your 98th one. Let's call it 98th one. If it's the 98th one, then after that one, we're going to have 98 zeros. 98 zeros. Then we're going to have another one, which is going to be our 99th one. If it's the 99th one, after that we're going to have 99 zeros. Then we're going to have next one, which is going to be our 100th one. If it's the 100th one, after that we're going to have 101 zeros. And then after that we're going to have our 101st one. The question is, how many zeros are there? What is the total number of zeros between the 98th and the 101st one in this decimal number? Well, let's count them, shall we? Let's count them. Here we have 98 zeros. Here's our 98th one, and here's our 101st one. So we have to count all the zeros. Here we have 99 zeros. And here we have 100 zeros. That's it, that's your total. This is same as, this quantity is going to be same as 3 times 100 minus a 2, because this is not 100, it's a 98, so we have to subtract 2. And this is not 100, this is 99, so we have to subtract 1. So it's basically same as 300 minus 3. This is going to end up at 297. The answer is 297. And that's answer choice D. Let's do the next one, shall we? Number 10. That's it, we're done with this thing. Keep your work organized, keep your work systematic. Do you understand? Don't try to do it in your head. Number 10, the last one on the page. We are given a function here, f of x. We are told f of x equals 3 minus 2 times x squared over x. And the question is very straightforward. The question simply is, what is the value of this function when x equals 2? Now that is not how they actually pose the question, but that's what it means. What they're asking here is this, which is same as saying this is read as f of 2. If someone asks you what is f of 2, if somebody asks us what is f of 2, what they're asking us is, what's the value of this function, what is the value of this expression here when x equals 2. All we have to do is go to that expression. See, I'm referring to just this part, which is why I'm referring to as an expression. Otherwise it's an equation, it's a function. So you go to that expression, or you go, this is our function here, and wherever we see x, we replace it with 2 and evaluate the value, that's all. So f of 2 equals 3 minus 2x squared, 2x squared, x is 2, remember, over x, which is 2. That's it. All we have to do is figure out what that is, and we are done. 3 minus 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, over 2. 3 minus 8 is going to be negative 5. Negative 5 over 2 is our answer. Negative 5 over 2 is our answer, which is answer choice D. And that's it, we are done. That's all there was. And all the questions that you saw in this page, on this page, all of them, 7, 8, 9 and 10, they are all classified as medium questions. The first 6 that we did yesterday, 1 through 6 that we did, they were all classified as easy questions. Easy, medium and hard. As we approached, as we get closer and closer to the end of the section, number 20, of course, we're going to start encountering hard ones. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.